let's talk about Saleh. Just because I think it's interesting, and I think of myself as basically his agent. Let's count the teams that could possibly need a head coach, and if any of them would be interested in him. Are the Niners going to lose their defensive coordinator this offseason? Is what I'm saying. So let me list some teams if you don't think so, and we'll go one by one and just decide if it's a good fit. Starting with Jacksonville.
Yes, absolutely.
Jacksonville.
Good fit.
The problem with Jacksonville is that they are going to have the number 2 pick, I think, and they're going to draft a quarterback. So if you're an owner, a lot of times owners say, well, we're drafting a quarterback. I need an offensive coach to groom him. There's something to that. So that Jacksonville might be a hard sell. I mean, he's from there. They know him. But when you have that, I don't know. I think it would work, but part of me feels like they're going to go offensive guy. I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
What about the Jets?
Gosh, man. Yes. I mean, Jets they can always use Saleh, but hey, I don't see Adam Gase coming back, bro. He's
right.
gone.
And a lot of times if a team fires an offensive coach, then they'll go try the defense.
Yeah. Right.
So the Jets are viable, but the Jets also may feel like they need to bring in someone who salvages Sam Darnold. You know, it's amazing how teams always convince themselves they need an offensive coach for some reason, but Darnold might be the reason.
Right.
Another team. How about the Houston?
Oh yeah, I like that one. I like that as a fit. However, Romeo Crennel is the interim head coach right now, and he's doing a fantastic job, in my opinion. So he's a defensive mind. He's been a head coach in the past. It would be a good fit, but I don't know if that would be an ideal fit.
I don't know. I think that's another team that, like, I would expect them to go get Eric Bieniemy. I think they're going to try to bring in someone from that Kansas City, Bieniemy in particular, and see if they can get more out of Watson.
Yeah.
I think that's another team that's going to go offense, but they would be a good fit. I mean, Saleh is such a good option for any team, but let's keep going.
Dude, keep that receipt, bro. I think Eric Bieniemy to the Houston Texans is good. You better post that one. You better post. You take this clip, make another one.
Absolutely.
Call it.
Hell yeah. What about Atlanta? Do you replace Dan Quinn with Robert Saleh? I mean, they come from the same tree.
Same coaching tree. I don't think so. I
think you go defensive coach? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think they go that route.
They probably go offense, right? They got to get something out of that, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so not them. What about the Lions? Are they kind of the same? You got an aging quarterback. I mean, they have a defensive coach right now. Are you going to fire Patricia to bring in Saleh?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, so maybe not Detroit. Okay, we're being systematic here. I like this. What about Minnesota? Do you think they would fire Zimmer? They're having a bad year.
They're underperforming, bro, and it feels like Zimmer just gets by every single year. He does enough just to get by, and it's one of those things where I think has 1 year. He's a 1 year guy, basically to prove himself. Next year, I think they're going to hold on to him for 1 more year and then move on from him. But
yeah, I'm with you on that. It would be a good spot because they have a veteran quarterback who doesn't need to be developed, and he's not going to win you games. Like, he needs a defense and a run game. He needs that kind of structure, and Saleh could bring that. It's an interesting fit, and plus he's from the Midwest. He's from Michigan, but I don't know if they'll fire Zimmer yet. Okay, a few more. Philly.
Ooh.
They got an offensive coach who's failing.
I kind of like that.
Philly. The only thing, I think Philly's a great fit for Robert Saleh. They could definitely use him, but I don't know if they're willing to fire
Doug Peterson.
They just extended him. He's expensive. They'd have to spend out a lot of money on multiple coaches to make that work.
And he won a Super Bowl for them. So, like, in Philly, that's everything. You're a god for the next 10 plus years.
Exactly. So I don't know if they're going to fire him either. That would be a really good spot for Saleh. Chicago.
Yeah, I could. Yeah,
Nagy underperforming offensive coach.
I don't like Nagy,
but they got to draft a quarterback too. And again, are they committed to Nagy? Will they get rid of him, or are they? It's a cheap organization. Chicago. I don't know. They're a cheapo organization. They might just stick with Nagy.
They probably will.
I can't freaking stand. All right, let me bring you to the last team, the Chargers.
I think they'll hold on to Anthony Lynn.
You think they will? They're 3-7. He did take him to the playoffs in 2018, but has had a losing season every other year. They could keep him.
I think because they have that new SoFi Stadium with no fans in the stands, I think they're going to give him one more year. And with the way Justin Herbert's been playing, he's on pace to be setting so many NFL rookie records right now, I believe.
Yes.
So he, as the head coach, is probably oh man, look what I did in Justin Herbert. Look what I built with him. And so I think that buys him another year. But yeah, I don't see them going away from Anthony Lynn right now.
The thing about the Chargers is they have like the 3rd rated offense right now. They have the 11th rated defense, and they're 3-7. To me, there is something wrong there. And Anthony Lynn he's not that good. He's just not. I don't think he's that good. I think Saleh I think that's the perfect spot for him because Gus Bradley's there. They could keep him. Gus Bradley used to be they were together in Jacksonville.
Seahawks. And then he had the Seahawks tree.
That defense is ready to go for Robert Saleh. They already have a Bosa on it. Nick Bosa could call Joey Bosa and tell Joey Bosa to talk to Spanos and vouch for him. I think that I think with the same team right now, Derwin James, Joey Bosa, Melvin Ingram, they would have a winning record with Robert Saleh as the head coach. I think he would just win that. I think it's perfect. Now they do have a young quarterback, but I don't know, keep the same offensive coordinator if it's working.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just think right now it's a hard thing to do right now because again, like with the new SoFi Stadium, they're hyping that up on NFL Network, and then Anthony Lynn was in so many of those clips in that video, a 2-hour feature. So it's just like, I don't know. I don't see it happening, but it could anything happen. Watch it be wrong. Watch me be wrong.
No, I don't see it happening either. It seems like the Niners' 4-6 record is going to overshadow the improvements that Saleh's going to make, and he may be here another year. Even though if you're just judging him on his own merits, he's improving. But maybe people will be like, well, the Niners aren't as good this year, so why do I want him? How do I sell a defensive coordinator from a 4-6 team as my head coach? Why will season ticket holders be excited about that? Maybe he's not as sexy as some other offensive coordinator right now, but he's just good.
Dude, Saleh is a top 5 defensive coordinator in the NFL, hands down. Hands down.
What he did against the Saints 2 weeks ago is still amazing. He shut them down.
Ridiculous.
How? I mean, he played them in the same stadium last year with Nick Bosa, Richard Sherman, and Dee Ford, and couldn't stop them at all. This year, with Emmanuel Sanders on that team, and no Bosa, Ford, or Sherman, just completely shut him down. That's
amazing. You're right.
That's amazing. If I was agent and I was talking to if I was agent and I was representing him to teams, I'd be like, that's where I would start.